Hello YouTube, hello, and we're back again. Of course we are, of course. And today we're going to be talking about what to do before Season 3. 3 things to do, basically 3 tips before Season 3. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to give you guys a tip for both beginners and intermediate plus players. So yeah, let's just start and you guys will have an example of how I do it as well. So first tip for beginner players. Let's say you started a few months ago, that's all, still a beginner, right? You have to understand how frames work, understand them, right? So the boxes you see right here, these boxes attack startup frames, frame advantages, stuff like that. Whenever it says a frame, you have to understand what they mean at least. So how you do it doesn't really matter. You can search it on Google. I have a video on it on YouTube as well. It's a little bit complicated, but you can do that. There are a lot of YouTube tutorials about frames as well, and there's a lot of information about in general. You can even ask your favorite AI about it. Most likely they'll answer you too. So yeah, that's tip number 1 for beginner players. Now for intermediate players, you have to learn how to utilize them. Usually, most of the time, not most of the time, most likely you will already know how frames work if you're intermediate or intermediate plus. So if you're intermediate, learn how to utilize frames via, let's say, frame traps, like use your plus frame move into a frame trap. A good example of that is something like Azuya forward 4 into down forward 2, down back 4 into down forward 2, and stuff like that. If you're intermediate, learn how to use them. Learn your plus frame moves and learn how to use them and frame trap them. Now if you're intermediate plus, you have to understand how to utilize them in a different way, because frame traps will stop working for you, and you have to learn how mind games work and how to use mind games to predict your opponent and how to punish your opponent by making them do stuff, basically, right? So yeah, that's tip number 1. Also, about this last thing, mind games, I have 3 parts on my channel. Mind game YouTube videos on my channel, 3 parts. There we go. So yeah, tip number 1. Now, tip number 2 for beginners. You have to practice consistent combos. Combos are one of the most important things in Tekken in general, and you have to practice them. So learn how to do combos at least consistently in the past week before Season 3 starts. It's gonna do you really well, right? It's gonna do you really well. So understand that when you do this, let's say you have to do a simple basic concept of a tornado into an after tornado combo. Like, understand how to do something consistent. It doesn't matter if it's that good or very optimal or not. Just learn a little bit of combos with consistency behind them, which means you will always do them in real matches. This won't come immediately, but you will slowly get used to it. Just practice. Even in practice mode, it will be useful if you just do them. And obviously you have to, use them in real matches as well. Now for intermediate players, intermediate plus players, to be honest, and this last thing is going to be useful for anyone, is you have to practice spatial awareness in combos. So what is spatial awareness? Spatial awareness is understanding where the wall is, basically, right? It's not only that, but right now I want to focus on this for intermediate players. Focus where the wall is, because if the wall is close, you won't be able to do your normal autopilot combos. For the beginners, I told them to try to autopilot their combos, which is fine for now. But for intermediate players, I want you guys to not autopilot your combos as much, just for you to understand that when the wall is close, let's say the wall is somewhere around here, learn to use a wall combo instead here, let's say, right? Use your wall combos efficiently. Understand spacing and where the wall is. For you to do this, just practice in different stages in different positions. Let's say I position myself somewhere around here, and I try to do a combo, but make it a challenge for yourself to get to the wall, like that, without doing your autopilot combos and doing something else. Like, make the challenge for yourself to get to the wall in different positions. Let's say in this position as well, right? You just do your combo and now I get to the wall. Not the best of wall splats, but I did get to the wall. So make it a challenge for yourself to understand spatial awareness and wall awareness. I think it's a little bit better term. And for intermediate plus players, this will also always be very useful, because one of the most important things in Tekken 8 is to get to the wall. If you mess up going to the wall, so let's say you're in this kind of distance, right? This kind of distance, you do your combo, but you mess up going to the wall because you didn't calculate correctly on what combo to do. You got like 50 damage, let's say. But if you calculate correctly about what combo to do and get to the wall, now you get an extra wall combo plus a little bit more damage. Suddenly your damage amps up to 76 from 50. So this is very, very important for all levels of play, to be fair. But yeah, practice this. We have a week. It's not too complicated, but it will need getting used to. Now, third tip. For beginners, get comfortable holding back, because holding back is how you block in Tekken. If you come from any other fighting game, your fighting game might have a block button, it might not be holding back, whatever, right? But in Tekken, you have to hold back to block. Get comfortable doing this, because there will be situations when you have to block. You can't always be pressing buttons, sometimes you gotta block. So get comfortable blocking after certain situations and get used to holding back. If you understand how to backdash, which is a double back input, this, even better, right? You're a genius. So yeah, just get used to this. And if you just press back, you'll be doing a very simple backdash. In Tekken 8, it's very, very easy to do. So you'll be actually moving backwards while blocking as well. So this is not bad to do, but just get used to this motion. Very important, because you have to get used to blocking in general. Now, for intermediate and intermediate plus players, you have to utilize movement. So intermediate, learn how to use movement like the backdash I just mentioned. Learn how to use it. Like, actually use backdashes purposefully after certain things. Let's say in this kind of situation, or the prime player does this certain thing, the QCB1 into forward 3, this kind of movement. There are some situations where you can't really backdash away from it. Sometimes this will hit you on block, especially if you don't move, right? Or if you try something. Let's say you try to move forward a little bit or whatever, right? Yeah, there we go, it just hit me. If I don't do anything, sometimes it will hit you as well, or it gets blocked. But this is just an example. There are a lot of situations where hit will hit you, like you actually block it, but you can use a backdash to avoid it. This is just something that's easy to showcase. Very, very easy to showcase, that's why I chose this. So you just do a backdash here, let's say, right? One back, instead of doing an automatic backdash motion, just mashing back, right? Understand that you're using it with purpose and try to punish the opponent. Not only a backdash, you can also practice sidestepping. So sidestepping is going to be a little bit harder, so intermediate plus is a little bit more towards that side. But if you learn how to utilize a backdash, that'll be really good as well. Also, disclaimer, it's very important to understand that backdashes will not always work. Backdashes in Tekken 8 are not that good, they're not the best. But there are a lot of situations when it will help you. Like this one, for example, will make this way more consistent to avoid it. You can avoid it anyway if you hold back sometimes, but sometimes not. Like you saw last time, I couldn't avoid it. There you go, I can't avoid it. So backdashing just makes it way more consistent. So learn how to utilize this and use this more in matches. And yeah, that's for intermediate tips. For intermediate plus, I already mentioned this, that try to understand how sidesteps works as well. So outside of backdashing, try to understand a little bit of sidestepping as well. And also a little bit of a plus for intermediate plus players is that you have to understand sides. So if you understand sides in this interaction, for example, you can't really sidestep this direction, right? This direction, which is sidestep right. But you can sidestep to the left. If you understand these kind of situations a little bit better, it will help you in the long run. This is gonna be harder to do. I mean, you are intermediate plus, pretty high level, right? For like a week, which is before season 3. But just utilize them more in real matches just so you get used to it. And also another thing for intermediate plus players, because you are big boys, you can handle it, is to know how to punish well. So whenever you utilize this movement, try to punish with a launcher. And don't do what I just did, mess up an electric. So try to punish with your maximum damage launchers, or just damaging launchers in general. And get a launch, get a combo, basically. If you punish with other stuff, it's okay as well, but it's important to just punish in general. You just have to punish it whenever you avoid things. Get used to this. You can do it in practice mode as well. Make something with, get Brian to do exactly this if you want, and just backdash into a punish, sidestep into a punish. Make Brian do this exact sequence, which is a QCB1, this right here, into forward 3. Nothing too special, just do this input right after each other. So yeah, there we go. So these are the 3 tips that I think you have to do before season 3. I am thinking. So yeah, one more thing also, almost forgot to mention, is that in Season 3 we're gonna have a rank reset. So doing all of this stuff will help you jump up the ranks way faster than normal as well. Since the rank reset, we're all gonna start from the same rank-ish, right? Ish. The better you are gonna be compared to your other ranked players, which are also the same rank, you're gonna jump way higher. So if you're a beginner, if you understand frames, it's gonna help you. If you do combos, it's gonna help you immensely. If you learn how to block, it's also gonna help you immensely. If you're intermediate and learn how to utilize frame traps, you'll be jumping up the ranks very quickly. If you learn how to do wall combos well and get to the wall in your combos, it will help you a lot. The hardest thing I mentioned here is the intermediate movement when it comes to using backdashes and sidesteps, but even that is very doable, and it will help you in the long run. So yeah, everyone, big thanks for watching. Big thank you once again, and hopefully it was helpful. So yeah, till next time.